Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Helena. Good morning, Amy. How are you, love? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rochelle. How are you, my dear? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right, I'm going to do some sharing because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. I'm doing really well. Good morning. How are you? I don't know why they switch it around after you invite people. They go and switch the names around, and it's like, wait a second, I think I invited them. And then you're like, wait a second. All right. Aw, so much love, so much love. Hi, Mayuma. How are you, love? Good morning. Good morning. All right. Can I remember where I was? Oh, there. I think. I mean, like I said, they like to switch it around after you invite people, send them the link. Then all of a sudden you come back in and it's like, wait a second. Why did it go to them? Why did it switch around? Oh, we don't need to invite. We don't need to invite Rochelle. She's right here. It'd be nice if they would just like get rid of it. Like after you've invited them and shared it to them, they'd be just like, okay, they're off the list now. You've invited them. It's good. All right, just leave it at that. Hi, Paige. Hello, my love. How are you today? It's chilly here this morning. You have a great day as well. Lots of love to you, Rochelle. I hope you have a graceful and easy day and that everything just goes spectacularly. You see blessings and miracles everywhere. Yeah, like I think I'm going to actually pop over there and turn my my little heater on because I have no heat on in the house right now, but yay! The happy smiley face. And you know what? When I was doing the share, I don't know if any of my mods got the share. That's the funny thing. Maybe Kita did. I'm going to go all the way to the end and go to more. And then I have to look at this list and go, but did I invite these people? They really make it challenging. They do. They should have it like you've already invited these people so you don't have to worry about inviting them again. That's so weird. When I go search for Melinda, it doesn't even show her name. I'm like, I'm pretty sure my mod's still one of my friends. I don't know what's going on with it this morning, but that's okay. That's okay. Good morning, CJ. How are you, love? How are you? I'm so just in such a great. You sent her an invite. Awesome. Yay! Oh, I'm on that. Cheers, love. Let's drink coffee together. I just want to hold on. I want to climb inside my cup. Just curl right up in there. Good morning, Julie. How are you, love? So I have to ask when your birthday is, because because I would love to know, when is your birthday, Julie? This is my second cup. I have 2 cups a day. You know, there is taught like a thing about if you give yourself the first, 90 minutes of your day without any caffeine, that it's better for you hormonally. And which I think is great. But then if I'm waiting 90 minutes, well, I kind of do wait 90 minutes for my second cup. But maybe that's what I'll do. I just won't have that first cup. January, okay. Yay! I do. I love that little. That's lovely. I love our little collective that we have. I love the group that we have. We have such caring, kind, compassionate people that are a part of this collective who really support each other. And, I love that there's connections that get made through this that, like Helena's saying, Julie being amazing with being a great cheerleader this week, right? And that's awesome. And that feedback, I'm sure, feels really good for Julie too. And already the phone calls, the spam calls, like already, like 9 o'clock, boom, calls start coming. Just give me 1 second. Oh, no, wait. Do I need the heater on? Do I need the heater on? My hands say yes. My hands definitely say yes. The cool thing is I have a remote. So I just brought the remote closer. So if it gets warm, I can just shut it off and we'll be good. Alrighty. So Witchy Kind of Woman's going to come on today. And while I do healing, she's going to do light codes. So this is going to be a real treat for us. Last night I did light codes myself. It's just I talked with Witchy Kind of Woman yesterday after the live, and and she's like, have you done light codes yet, like spoken them? And I'm like, not like out in public, right? And really I've only done it like once or twice, and I'm like, I'm always sitting there going, but it does it sound like, like I'm always like, is it, I don't even, I'm like, is it right? Is it wrong? Am I doing it? Like, am I just like, or am I just like, blah, 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 right? Like, am I just making up stuff? That's where I get into that. I'm like, ooh, like, what is it, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, I hope everything goes well. Hi, Selma. We're going to do some healing today for sure. And I was just saying that we're going to incorporate light codes with it. I'm going to have a guest come on the show. So I'm looking forward to that. But we'll do some clarity for right now. We'll just get some cards going for some clarity because, I like that too. I like clarity as well. Lots of people like the clarity. That's okay. I'm sure you'll know it. You'll get it eventually, right? Aww. Well, I love you. Just hang on a second. Alrighty. I think we're good. We'll leave that over there. Quantum healing. We did quantum. I did a quantum regression and integration therapy session with Polina yesterday. You know what? Those 3 cards that came out, I like them. I like them all, and they really work together. So we're going to go with that. And you know what? It's really powerful energy for manifesting right now. We are at the cusp of the new moon, which is tomorrow. And it actually happens, the new moon, if I look at the time. Okay, I'm going to reach for my phone again. Hang on. Because time sometimes matters. Sometimes time is important. Sometimes time is important. So the new moon occurs at 11:53 a.m. on Friday, so tomorrow. right? So we're on the cusp of that. Like we're just over 24 hours away from the new moon in Taurus. And it's such stable comfort, like think about that Taurus energy of, Taurus likes, the luxuries of life and, really, then it's that financial sector, right? Um, oh, yeah, it depends. Like, I don't know if at some point I'll be doing training for quantum healing myself. Maybe it depends on what my guides say. But Serafina, you could always study Serafina. It's her specific technique. So that might not be a bad idea. Hi, Nanny. Um, so yeah, it's quantum regression and integration therapy, and we heal on the 4 bodies. Nice. I'm Taurus rising, so I'm very excited about Taurus season. So, Serafina. Um, Close, but yeah, Serafina. um, yeah, it's you're just reconnecting those energy bodies, right? Those energy bodies are just coming into alignment. So it's just, yeah, it's really hard to explain that, isn't it? It's just surreal. It's like life isn't, because we've put so much energy into our story, right? The story that we've been holding on to for so long, right? And it's just, you're just recalibrating all of your energetic bodies together. That's the way that I would explain that is, you've had this healing across all 4 energetic bodies and you're just recalibrating them back together. And that's just, coming into alignment. You're just realigning those energetic bodies. So it's, and it's quite an experience for sure, because such a big part of who you were is identified in our stories, right? A lot of times that's what ends up happening is we identify so strongly with the stories that we've been telling people about our lives, that when we get into the into the lower levels and we heal that story, right, that it's shifted so much. It shifted just so much energetically. It's released those ties that were binding you to the past energetically, and you're almost like floating. like it's like just like that, almost like just completely floating energy, because you're not tied down anymore. It's really cool, really cool. But definitely more, probably like you said, surreal was the one word that you used. um and yeah, it's just, it's hard to describe it to somebody that isn't experiencing it, right? That almost feeling like you're watching your life from, the outside looking in. It will lessen over the next few days. Just keep, really pouring that love into yourself and understanding that this is the new you, not tied to the past anymore. And life is going to be different. It is very much going to be different, but you're completely okay. And it's just exciting. It's exciting. I love the cards that we got for today. So we'll do the collective reading. Nice, nice. Which oracle cards did you order? Which ones? I'm excited to hear that. I'm gonna keep tapping. I don't know where none of my mods showed up. I'm sad. I'm so happy for you, Helena. I'm so happy. I had a feeling like when we did our first, because we did 2 quantum regression therapy sessions, but when we did our first one, I was like, I feel like there's one more level that we can go and remove, and that's going to shift everything, and it's going to be like really profound for you. Right. So I that's why I wanted to give you that additional session. That, and because like out of the gates, like I can't say enough about how impressed I was with how you tackled your healing journey, right? Like some people, they don't jump into it and, they, stall or stumble or whatever, but you took the bull by the horns, so to speak. You were like, I won this package with Tanya. I'm setting up all 6 sessions. I'm going to be attentive and listen and pay, and I'm going to do everything that she said, and just do, off you went. And you were there every session. You were listening, and you took in what I said and you implemented it. Cause that's why I keep saying, like, divine healing is why I've changed everything. Everything's divine healing. And the reason why is because you are the healer. I'm just the guide. So you did your healing like amazing. So that's why I was like, yeah, I feel like there's one more little thing that we could do to shift the energy and get to some really deep rooted healing that needed to occur. And so I was like, you did so well. Like giving you an extra session was just my pleasure. It was really my pleasure. And after this, I'm like so happy that I did, because it really was a profound session. I was honored to actually be there with you and sharing that experience with you. I absolutely love you. I'm so happy for you. All right, let's do our cards. Let's do our cards. Let's do our cards. So the first card, Knight of Swords, and we'll talk a little bit more about. So the reason why right now is an amazing time to be manifesting is because, one, Jupiter went into Taurus. So this is a great time to be manifesting finances. This is a great time to be manifesting success and luxury and comfort, all of those things, right? Because that's Taurus energy, and Jupiter is all about luck and expansion. So we're expanding in those areas. And then we're followed by that, which happened on the 16th of May, is when Jupiter moved into Taurus. Mercury's out of retrograde as well, so we're direct in Mercury. And now, on top of that, we have our new moon going into Taurus at 28 degrees at 11:53 a.m. for us in the Eastern. I think the only place that it might be different might be like LA or Australia or something like that. I'd have to look at my calendar to see, where it is that's, at a different time. They might already be in Taurus, but this is just such stable, such beautiful, like, earthy, fixed earth is what Taurus sign is. It's fixed earth sign. So it's just really stable, and it's all about comfort and finances and security. And, Taurus has a lot of that, it's stubborn. It can be stubborn anyway. And it has that mind energy. Right. But so just remember to not step into that stubborn or mind energy. And remember that often what ends up having us receive is the action of giving, right? If you're able to give financially, then that means that you're not lacking, right? When we get into that mind, I'm not going to share. It really gives that energy of I feel like I'm lacking, so I'm like holding on and misering it, right? So just try to remember to be generous, because generosity and giving will allow us to open up to receive, because it gives that energy into the world that we are not lacking, because if we were lacking, we wouldn't give it away. Right? So there's that little bit of energy. And it doesn't mean that you have to be giving of finances. You could be giving of time. You could be giving, you could make donations, like donate to the dog shelter, right? I like to do that when I go and buy my dog food. If I have a lot of money, I buy bags of food for the shelter. If I have a little bit of money, I buy treats for the shelter. So I gift proportionately to what I can give, right? So that's powerful. Aw, thank you, Nani, for being here. I love you. So just we're in this powerful time. So manifest right now. And if you're not part of the Divine Feminine Healing Collective, join me. Hey, you. Join me. So it's for females. It's just the way that I've structured it. I have a Divine Masculine Healing Tribe, and I have a Divine Feminine Healing Collective. And that's because we talk about traumas and stuff like that. So I did, go with, standard sex, like a sign, like a sex, and I don't even know how to explain it anyway. Hi, witchy kind of woman. Looking forward to you joining me. But that's because, if you're in, if we're, let's say we're talking about a trauma in the Divine Feminine and we're talking about sexual assault, it could be uncomfortable if we're talking about that with men in the group. So that's why I separated them. And that's purely the only reason. But me too. I did some light codes last night with myself, which felt really comfortable. And just, I think what you were saying is just, don't judge yourself and just let it go. And it was fun. It was fun. So we're going to do a little bit of cards first, because we're going to do at least the collective reading, and then we'll see, do we want to do healing? We'll do a vote. Do we want to do healing right away? And I'll give Witchy Kind of Woman a little bit of more input into that if she wants to do healing right away with me. because maybe she has something that she has to run away and do. Then we'll do healing first. Otherwise, we can do some cards in the beginning and then move on to it. Oh, yes. I love it. I love all of them. Beautiful. I know that CJ would like the healing first because she's got to run away at 10. But we're going to do the cards really quick. And we'll see where it goes. And Witchy Kind of Woman's like cards first. So the first card that we got today, and Witchy Kind of Woman did a card this morning, which powerful card. Not sure. Maybe the cleaner left. I woke up this morning before 7. Like I woke up at 6, and then I was like, it was chilly this morning. So once again, I tucked under my covers, and I was like, ooh, I'm not ready to get up. It's chilly out there. And then I kind of dozed off. And then shortly later, there was all this banging around, and my dog started barking because, Cass was like, what the heck's going on? And I'm like, maybe the landlord came home really early on a Thursday. Odd. And so it just really threw me off. And then, I keep hearing a little bit of banging around. The cleaner showed up at like 6:30 this morning to clean his house for the 3rd day in a row, I might add. And I think that they've left. I'm not sure. Possibly. But yeah, right? Like I said to because my mom, my son's girlfriend has a cleaning company, and my mom works for her. And it's like, I'm like, you could have cleaned his house within 1 day, within 8 hours maximum. You would have had his house spick and span from top to bottom, walls washed, everything, right? And I'm like, I don't know why this person's been like 3 days in a row. And maybe it's because they haven't, done 8 hours in total. But yeah, I was like, that's pretty early to be showing up and then banging around and making a whole bunch of noise, right? And I was just like, so I'm going to talk to my landlord about it and say, I don't mind if you have a cleaner, but if you could you give me her schedule so I know she's going to be showing up at like 6 a.m. So when my dog starts barking, I'm not going to be scared thinking that someone's breaking into either my house or your house, right? But anyway, we could just let it be too. Just let it be. Okay. So the Knight of Swords, right? This is that's that go energy, like velocity, speed, like let's get moving, right? Let's move it, like shake it, let's groove, let's go, right? That's definitely some let's go energy, which is great. We want that powerful, like let's go energy in this manifesting energy. You wait till you see the other cards. I think you caught a little glimpse of them. So haste, streamlined decision-making, intelligence, wit, determination, saving the day, the pursuit of excellence, ambition, being assertive, success. Hello, Amanda, and hello, Salasia. I love you. So the Knight has one thing on his mind, and it's running towards his success. He's determined and passionate, articulate and intelligent, and he has an intensity that is hard to grasp. With the grace and speed of an athlete, he turns on a dime, and since he has no doubt in his sound logic, he succeeds. Are you bringing your belief in competitive assertiveness to your situation? How determined are you to accomplish this and to charge ahead with your quick thinking and strategic decision making? Strive for excellence every single day. I love it. If you're not a part of the team, become part of the team. I don't know what this team thing is, but apparently if you become part of the team, and the more that you contribute and stuff, like whether it's through likes and comments and gifts or, and doing the heart thing, you can do it each day. But I think at some point Liz was saying that at some point you get free things, like you get stuff that's free. So I don't know. I don't know though. But I will tell you this, if you're going to be gifting and you're going to be recharging your gifts, do it through TikTok.com. I think it's /recharge or something like that. But recharge your gifts there because it's actually 30% cheaper than if you do it on the app. So go to the website and recharge on the website as opposed to on the app because you'll save like 30%. This is what, some of the larger content creators have been sharing. So I want to share that message to you as well. Yay! How are you feeling this morning, Melinda? Hi, Jenny. I saw your pictures. I love them. It looked like a beautiful trip. It made me remember living in British Columbia, and it made me long for it a little bit because it's such a beautiful province. So strive for excellence every single day in order to bring a little bit of this magic into your life. As with all powerful energies, you may run the risk of being overly forceful or domineering. So make sure you're not plowing over anybody with that good go-go energy, right? Yeah, interesting, hey. Yay, wifey day. Them's the best. Yeah. Sorry. Those little hearts, they're so cute. They're just cute. Whoever designed them did a good job making them cute. And hi, Diana May. I know I did. I don't know if I said hi. I hope I did, but hello. So, as with all powerful energies, you may run the risk of being overly forceful or domineering. Be careful not to hurt others with your impatience to win. If you're feeling scattered, distracted, or blocked, spend time organizing your thoughts and make sure that all your energy is hurtling in the right direction. I move quickly as I help others, and as I do, my dream expands. Right? Hello, love. Not sure who said hello, love, but hello. Unfortunately, with StreamYard, it blocks the username on Facebook, which is a shame. So I don't know which card I should read next because they're both really, really awesome cards. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Major Arcana card first. So let's pull that one up. The World. So we've got that great, powerful, like quick decision-making energy followed with the World. Okay, so that beautiful world energy, completion, joy, wholeness, achievement, happy endings, abundance, success, new levels of consciousness, literally traveling the world. The world brings one of the most positive and abundant messages in the tarot. Congratulations, you've come so far. A large project or period in your life is coming to a successful conclusion, and it's time to revel in the sweet afterglow of your success. If you're not quite there yet, take this card as a sign that you're on the right path. Consciously step into the world's ascension energy and welcome this beautiful shift as your inner spiritual landscape merges with your outer reality. As you reach this stage of fruition, remain focused. Don't slacken your resolve as you glimpse the magic at the end of the long journey, because it's time to follow through with your final steps and complete the cycle. Even in shadow, the World is a positive card that signals bliss and happy endings with oodles of positive energy on the way. Like, how powerful is that? I accept this gift of completion and I ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness. I am love. And that is backed by the nine. Let's put it in the right way. The Nine of Pentacles, right? Like, this is the wish fulfillment card. This is everything. Like, but I've got goosebumps, like goosebumps, and it's not because it's cold in here. I mean, I'm chilly, right? Like, quick decision making, everything coming up. Nine of Cups, like, just beautiful. So let's read the Nine of Cups. Powerful, powerful reading today. I'm claiming it for sure. Definitely, like, absolutely. I got it. So the universe is gifting you your desire, choosing joy, manifested dreams, gratitude, abundance. This is a card of abundance and happiness and is often fittingly called the wish card. What have you been wishing for? Right? What have you been wishing for? Allow yourself to experience how fulfilling this journey can be and fill your life with all the laughter and bliss needed to spur you into the next phase of your happiness. Take stock of all the feels that are surfacing and remember to practice gratitude for the manifestation of your dreams. Like right now, Jupiter in Taurus, new moon going into Taurus, like, and it's a black new moon. Like, so we've got like all this powerful manifesting energy in our financial sector, in this, in the comfort, in the, like all of it's in this reading, right? And I know what the card is that witchy kind of woman pulled for today too. Like, it is powerful, powerful energy right now. The appearance of this card in your spread is an auspicious message of prosperity, harmony, and getting what you desire. What you have been working toward is coming to you. So enjoy life's pleasures and sink into the awe and wonder of a joyous heart. I open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way. Right? Just powerful. Yes, yes. I got chills reading your message. And that was reading Helena's message, like, and just like, and then claiming, and I felt so giddy, how it's so powerful, and it's just awesome, right? This is the collective reading. So this is claimable by all of us, right? This is collective energy here, right? So I think all of us need to claim this and claim it. The more of us that believe that this is what's coming to us, the more collective consciousness that powers up these cards as well. So let's all claim it. I think we all should, because it's beautiful. Beautiful. All righty. So we had that little vote. Should we do healing, or should we do, and it's unfortunate that you won't be able to experience, like, you might be able to hear the light code light codes coming through. You'll be able to see my energy, and it's okay. You'll still get the energy. Yes, you're getting it. Right? Claiming it for sure. Absolutely. Okay. So do we want to do the healing first? I know that CJ would love to have the healing first. I know that others were okay with the cards first, but I see it coming up there. Let's accept witchy kind of woman to come on. We're going to do some healing. Okay. We'll do some healing for a little bit. And witchy kind of woman is, I love you. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can. I hope you can hear. So we're going to do some healing. I'm going to provide quantum healing, and witchy kind of woman is going to do light codes. And so we're going to send this healing energy to you. It's going to be amazing. And if you've not met Shauna Lee, my little buzzy bee, she's just a beautiful spirit. I just love her. We've definitely been connected through many lifetimes, and I just, oh my God. She's just a beautiful soul.
Thank you, Paige.
Alrighty.
I'm so excited.
Oh, me too. So if you're not, definitely, exactly, right? You get to finally see her. You've not seen her before, so you get to see her, put the face to the name, and she's the tiny little medium. She's just, her and I together would be hilarious, because I think that she would be here, because I'm not tiny.
How tall are you?
5'8".
Oh yeah, I'd come up to your boobies.
She'd just be this little package. Like she would fit right inside my frame. Just be so cute kind of woman. Yeah. So beautiful. So we could be the tiny and the medium. And we'll work it out that way. All right. So I'm just going to get myself in, and remember, when I'm doing healing, I'm never taking anything away from you. I'm just seeing the body in perfect form. I see it as a 3D model in front of me, and I go through all of the systems, all of the functionality of the body, using my background in nursing to support just sending what like a beautiful, perfect cell would look like. Going through like an individual mitochondria and being like, that's how a mitochondria should look. All right. So I'm sending that quantum energy to that. And so I'm not taking anything away from you. All you have to do is be open to receiving it. I never send anything to anybody that doesn't want it, because that's a violation of your free will. So I respect your free will. So you have to accept it. You don't have to type into the chat that you accept it. You can say it to yourself, or you can say it out loud, whatever you want to do, but just be open to receiving it. Okay. So we're going to get going, and witchy kind of woman is going to do her beautiful magic. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm literally giddy with this. All right. Let's do this. This is so exciting. Okay.
Yamauti, Awati Iti, Sarahama, Ayahalauti, Diri Amaati, Aditi Imi, Masa Ini, Hali, Saliti Jausaadu Lama Hara'al Uti Barahadi Asauti Adidi Ada Suuni Usaluti Piri Uta Ari ini Iri Ama Uwa Wasahati Ia Jauni Iti Lupi Adidi Ama Masaluta Ada Uta ini Hari Iti Sadidi Ama Uti Hari Ia Asaluti Amaya Didi Adi Mialo Hasami Adi Yali Yaudi Ameya Hama Alua Wani Amide Adimi Allah Adidi Ami Ya Didi Hadi Adiya Allah Sauni Adidi Ami Weasta Uni Alimi Ya Didi Hadi Adidi Ami.
Okay. So for anyone that's joined, we're just doing quantum healing. You just have to be open to receive it. And this is Witchy Kind of Woman, and she's supporting with light language.
Yama Ididi Adu Sarahana Yellow Uti Habakana Luti Hata Asa Iti Apa Luti Ama Alupi Pirihama Ada Asaluta Ama Uti Yantidi Amaludi Ayadi Ami Asadie Luma Ea Didialo Ami Awea Asadie Di Nara Amadie Lubie Diami Wea Ludi Adidi Ami Ayadiarahadiemi asalubi samadiera awasaludi ame adidi ami ediadia sadidi ami wahamaludi amadi alwadi watahamiya adidi lubi amiweya amadi aludi diamilubi alo ame aludi awasahedi ami adi lubi wasamea adidi hama wasale andidi hami adi asadiemi wadidi hidi aludi amadi asalu amadi adidi ami aliyawani adidi amalu awe alubiya sadidi ami awe aluwa amedi ami asalubi adini. I'll be right back. I gotta blow my nose.
Okay. So for anybody that joined while in the middle of this, I'm doing quantum healing, and Witchy Kind of Woman is supporting with light codes through language and through symbols. Well, I like beach time too, CJ.
Amatiti atu lupi asa ini yalahime wasaita lutihimi ati ea apetemite uti hati alupi dirihama ea yala asa. Wani heliti Mariamia Luani Yadidi Yadiamia Lua Iwani mi alubiamia wasadidi amiedihadia asaludiamia wasalubi iti amahedi abiyadi wadidi adihamiya alupi wedihamiluwa wedihamiya adidihamiluwi adihamiludi ya haditi adiamiluwa asahamiyadi adiamiluwa adidihamiluwi Adiluani adialiti amilua adiri amieya lua yadi amiedi adilua adihamiedi adilua ami asalidi adihamiya alumusa ami hamiya adihamiya asalubidi susuudi satu eyayami Furuama masalini adi ete satiti ama usa yala ane nara ama uti hama uta adidi
Just beautiful. Yes.
Oh my God, they're saying that's all that's coming through.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love you, and I thank you so much for joining and supporting me.
Oh, thank you for letting me. Thank you guys so much for receiving. Like, wow.
No, they are just absolutely besides themselves. Some of them who have experienced light codes for the first time, they're really surprised with what's coming through. CJ's just asking, like, what language was that?
It's my personal light language, so I can channel. I have my own personal light language, but I also channel other beings in other languages. So sometimes I get the Arcturian. Sometimes I can get like a medicine woman, and it's like some ancient language from I don't know where.
Yeah.
I channel a lot of different beings and a lot of different languages. But what you heard is my own personal light language.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Love you. Love you. Love you.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. Thank you for having me on, Tanya. I love you so much.
I love you too. just so much love to you, friend. So much love.
Okay, I'm gonna pop off.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. If I know how to do that.
Leaving's the hardest part. Right? Just love. So much love to you guys. It was funny when we were collaborating, it was like, invite witchy kind of woman to go live with you. And I'm like, she is. Thanks for the suggestion. Just beautiful. Beautiful. When I feel more confident, I'll speak light language. I'm just not there yet. I'm just a little baby speaker. I haven't done it long enough to feel. I'm just too shy yet. I'm too shy. Someday. Our pleasure, for sure. Hi, Mama Chada. So at 10, we'll stop and we'll do, yeah, exactly. Right, that's where that throat goes off, is like, are you too afraid to be seen? Right. Hi, Noriel. Okay. Hi, Kavita. All righty. So we're going to go into doing some cards for clarity after this. And I thank Witchy Kind of Woman so much for joining me today. And I thank all of you being open to receive and for joining me as well. And I thank you for everything, all your participation, whether it's the comments, whether it's the likes, the shares, the gifts, whatever you are doing. I love you and I appreciate you. Okay. Just hang on one second. Sorry, someone was calling me on Messenger. which interfered with the sound for a second there. Yeah, I'll put you on the list first, Diana. Okay. All right. Love to you guys. Much love. Much love. All right. Good morning, Damia. I've been thinking lots about you, my friend. I missed you. I hope you're enjoying your unplugging, the beautiful experiences that you're having. You look like you're in some like in a beautiful area with your walks, the videos that and pictures you've shared. Just beautiful. Okay. We're going to get into doing some cards. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for being open to receive. We'll do more healing on another day for sure. And we're going to get the card list going. I don't have anyone on the back end, so you're going to have to just, like I said, be patient with me as I do both the list and the cards, but we'll get to it. Okay, so I got Diana on for first. Anyone else that wants to have a card, just let me know in the comments. Okay, Mel, Alina, Joanne, Mayuma. Perfect. Okay. And anyone else that wants to have a card, just let me know. And thank you for continuing to like the live and to share. Sharing is caring, and I appreciate that. We're still going to stick with the Light Seer Tarot. I was enjoying reading from it yesterday. We'll see where we go from there. There's another deck that I'm going to bring out at some point, and maybe... Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Please pass on our birthday wishes to your little sister, and Oliviera. So this is the Heavenly Bodies astrology, and I love the attention to detail with this. You know, where it opens up. It's such a beautiful, the way that they put it together is just beautiful. It says, heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. And it comes with this beautiful little hard-covered book. People travel to wonder at the height of mountains, at the huge waves of the seas, at the long courses of the rivers, at the vast compass of the ocean, at the circular motion of the stars, and yet they pass by themselves without wondering. Like, just a beautiful, beautiful statement. So maybe we'll work from this one. Okay. Sounds good, sweetie. And then you get to pull out another. So it's just like one cord after the other, right? It's a beautiful deck. And in the bottom, it even says that in the bottom of the deck, it says the same thing. Heaven through earth and spirit through body. To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. So just love all the little sayings that are within the entire deck. Like it's just very romantic looking deck is what called me to it. I think it's just beautiful. So let's check out this deck. This is a very special deck. So like I don't use it very often. The cards are very much in like perfect condition. Okay, so Diana wanted a card first. So let's see what our Heavenly Bodies Astrology is going to say for today. Let's do that. Love you, Tanya. I need to find out where it was that you went hiking, how far that is from my house, where the falls was. Okay. You are third. Yeah, nice. I need to look into that. I'm always looking for new cards for sure. Always. But I've been not buying any. I should though at some point. So this is this beautiful card, South Node. Okay, so the South Node. And there's also the Pisces card came out as well. Okay. The Pisces card. Just beautiful. So I'll read the whole South Node for you. Ooh, look at that. North Node. South Node. So where the North Node is the head of the dragon, the South Node is the tail of the dragon, representing what your soul is moving away from in this lifetime. This dragon is a karmic axis. Sorry, I don't do lives with people I don't know. The dragon is a karmic axis, an imbalance you have incarnated to heal. Your soul aches to leave your South Node because you've spent previous lifetimes stuck in this space, so much so that you have underdeveloped its opposing realm. And while you're tempted to cling to the comfort of the South, it blocks the flow of your life. There's an unchangeable current carrying you in the opposite direction. Ironically, because you've clung to the South in fear, you've only grazed the surface of its offering in lifetimes past. The beauty of your South Node is far from reach and is only found in letting it go. Through nurturing the opposite realm, the North Node, you develop trust and learn to surrender. And through entering that current, you balance the access, finding peace and fulfillment. So the energy is destiny and fate, and the experience is destined to release. Bye. Love you, sweetie. Have a wonderful day today. Reflect on the relationships and situations that have shaped you. Why were the changes so difficult? What did they ask of you? Why were the moments of beauty so profound? How did they touch you? What wounds haunt you, wearing different disguises? How have you met it each time? What message first spoke in whispers, then in screams? What is the lesson life has been trying to teach you? Have you listened? And what do you need to release? So powerful message there. Powerful message. And Pisces talks about intimacy, intuition, and compassion, right? So let's see where, back there, Pisces. Right? So I'll just read the actual message. I won't read the underpinnings of the Pisces card. I'm just going to read the actual message for you. Okay. So let your body fade into the atmosphere. For a moment, forget your name and your identity. Connect with your boundless soul. In this ancient place of oneness, can you find forgiveness for yourself and all earthly life like you would a child? Try to live each day seeing the physical world as a sacred illusion, and see all human beings as spiritual creatures having a human experience. Forgive yourself and others. It's your path to freedom. Carry this softness with you while remembering you can invite someone into your heart without letting them into your house. Ooh, that's profound. That's a profound statement, and that's so true, right? So even though, like, let's say, you've went through trauma, right, and experienced, blessed be to you, Diana, and you've experienced trauma, say with your parents, you can still, send out love and, compassion towards your parents without allowing them into your life, right? Someone that's toxic, that's hurt you, they don't need to sit at your table. You don't need to allow them to keep coming in, especially if there's no change, right? If that person hasn't healed and moved on from the experiences that, that have shaped you or shaped them, or, that toxicity that's been created together, then you can let them go. You can let them go with love and compassion and just not allow them back in your home. Very powerful card. Okay. Good morning, Debbie. So anyone else that wants if you want on the list for a card, just let me know and I'll put you on the list. Just know that it's just me on the back end. So if you're, just give me time. Just give me time. Okay. I'm not sure. I think Salasia and Melinda might still be here. I know I see Salasia's picture, so they'll be monitoring the chat. All right, Mel, Gemini. So Gemini says curiosity, intellect, networking. Hi, Avira. Okay, so let's see what. I'm doing very well. How are you, love? Gemini. So just take me a minute to figure out like the placements of the cards where they are, but I've got it. I think I got it figured out. So Gemini, the butterfly of the zodiac, enjoys learning a little bit about everything. These very light beings prefer the airy realm of ideas to the heaviness of life. Mercury ruled, they are clear channels of information, sharing their findings through strong communication skills. Highly intelligent and insatiably curious, they are brilliant scholars, culture vultures, and conversationalists. Definitely Avuri. I think I said it right. I'll put you on the list, love. Gemini people are active and restless, always seeking new experiences. They can struggle with focused attention, being mostly comfortable multitasking. The shadow of Gemini can be inconsistent, aloof, and inconsiderate. They are intrinsically fluid and difficult to pin down in their own definition and in relationship with others. They're quick to change with versatile hobbies, interests, and even personalities. They're highly social, but not inherently intimate, and socializing is about their butterfly nature and a calling to share the information they've accumulated. Love you. Their energetics are curiosity, intellect, versatility, quick to move, quick to change. The experiences, learning, communicating, networking, socializing. In shadow, lacks focus, attention, restless, aloof. The message. There is beauty and freedom in lightening your connection to the earth. While your deep connections and commitments are an important part of life, there is also value in detachment. Where can you lighten up and stop taking things so seriously? Where can you step outside of your routine and infuse some versatility? Experiment with different ways of responding to life, approaching them as a playful taste test. Seek new experiences and light connections. Open your mind and welcome energetic movement. Play with letting life pass through you and not holding on things so tightly, right? Just beautiful, beautiful energy with that card. And Gemini has that this and that are both true energy. And for some people, they'll look at someone that's Gemini and think that they are not being true, or they'll think of them as, there's a word that I'm looking for, inauthentic. They'll think of them as being inauthentic, but that's not the case, because this and that can both be true. And that's just, and they're so changing and moving and shifting, right? So embody that, that ability to change and shift through life. So Abiru and Debbie. Okay. Got you on the list, love. All right. So just remember to keep liking and sharing, because liking and sharing is caring. And I appreciate that. Okay, because you never know who's going to need the message that I'm giving, or who might want a card, might need a card. They might be, or they might need what I do healing wise. Hi, Ashley. How are you? Ashley, how are you? Ah, lovely. Ooh. Helena. Aries. My one of my favorite Aries just left the chat there, little Tanya. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. And I put Ashley on the list before I knew if I spelled it right, that would make me even happier. There. Okay. So, Aries energy for Helena. As the first sign of the zodiac, Aries is quite simply excited to be alive. It's curious, adventurous, and independent. It spearheads its own path, never waiting for guidance, drawing on its own fiery engine for fuel. It's inspired, energetic, and physically active. Mars ruled, these are leaders and natural initiators, always pushing forward toward uncharted territory. Aries can, of course, lack follow-through, as its emphasis is on starting and not necessarily finishing. This pioneering spirit can also be impatient, as it's eager and ready to begin the moment inspiration strikes. And its excitability and independence can create a shadow of selfishness or insensitivity. The Aries quest is a solo one, with a jump on my bandwagon or jump off mentality. Okay. I will write you on the list, Leslie. So the energetics, inspiration, passion, initiation, bravery, independence, physically active. The experience, moving toward uncharted territory. Shadow, impulsive, impatient, no follow through, selfish. So the omen or message. Are you feeling stagnant in any area of your life, or more broadly, a bit immobilized in general? You have a wonderful, wonderful time, CJ. We'll see you soon. Perhaps you're craving change, but don't know where to begin. Or you're daydreaming of something you want, but haven't taken the first step toward it. Whether you've been frozen by a disempowering inner voice, have felt overwhelmed by options, quite simply, being scared, or even lazy, it's time to make a move. Your guides ask you to listen to your gut instinct, make a decision, jump in wholeheartedly, and leave fear behind. Don't worry so much about making mistakes. Life is a creative force, and in some ways, made in the mistakes. Work with this energy until you find your alignment, and even then, welcome movement. Right? If we just embrace whatever the experiences are that come at us. I was listening to Wayne Dyer this morning, and he was talking about the Tao. And I'm going to do a reel on it a little bit later on. But, and it's the same thing that Yoda said, do not try, only do. Right? But with the Tao, it was talking about the just experiencing it for what it is. Just experiencing it for what it is. Like, rather than trying to change anything, just experience it, right? Like, we spend a lot of time, well, if only my partner would do this or say this or, show up like this, right? Well, just experience it the way that it is, because that is the truth, right? That is the way that it is. And you can spend all your time and energy focused on trying to change that person, but you're not going to really get anywhere. So just accepting it how it is, and think of the energy shift that that's going to create for you, right? By just allowing it to be, to just simply be what it is, right? All righty. Joanne, house 6. So house 6 is the house of Virgo, but I'll read about what it says. And it says, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. Yeah, you have that's anxiety. That is anxiety, and that fear-based thinking. You have to remember that fear and faith occupy the same, like, it's the same thing, right? But fear is fear that the negative is going to happen, whereas faith is belief that the positive is going to happen, right? So fear is a terrible space to be in, because if you want bad things to happen to you, then stay fear-based, because fear-based is going to bring that to you, right? We magnetize the emotions, the thoughts, the energy that we're putting out into the world. We're going to magnetize that back to us, right? So if you're constantly thinking that bad things are going to happen to you, bad things will happen to you, right? And that's not saying that you're going to die during a C-section. Like that's a significantly bad thing to think, right? You have to step into, and it's constantly catching yourself, right? So it's retraining yourself, because your brain or your body, it all becomes habitual. Like it becomes just this big habit, right? Like the sixth house talks about daily habits, right? If you're always in that doom and gloom, you've got to catch yourself when you're thinking like that, breathe and ground into your body to shift the energy and change your thoughts, right? From saying like, stop, because this thought's not helping me. Right? Your brain might think that it's trying to protect you by thinking about the worst case scenarios that can possibly happen, but it's not, because when you're in that fear base, that anxiety, that negativity, that's bringing disease and illness. It creates inflammation. It puts you in fight or flight. And the longer that you stay in fight or flight, the more likelihood that you're going to get an autoimmune disease, or that you're going to get diagnosed with irritable bowel, that you're going to have all of these other things happen, and even accidents. Right? So stop. As soon as you see a red stop sign pop into your head, and say stop, and then ground into your body, breathe nice and slow and deeply, so you shift the energy and change your thoughts. Change your thoughts to be something that's positive, that supports what you actually want to happen. Not the fear of what you don't want. Step into what you do want to happen. Right? What you want to happen is a healthy birth. You want to have, no bad situations happen through the C-section. You just want it to be, and it will be, right? So step into that, it will be energy, and act as if what you want to come to you is already happening, right? Instead of standing in that negativity. Okay. Sixth house for Joanne. Like I used to have negative mindset too, back when I was in, before I healed my trauma. And it just took time to, train your mind to look for the positive, to be in that positive space. It's not about ignoring things when they happen. If something bad happens to you, you have to acknowledge the experience that you're going through, acknowledge the emotions that you're feeling, right? Let's say, somebody in your family passed away, right? After, you're going to have to experience the grief. You're going to have to acknowledge that you're grieving the loss of that person, acknowledge the emotions that you're experiencing, allow them to pass through your body without judgment, right? Don't be like, oh, it has to happen today, or I have to do it now, or, don't put any time frames on it. Just allow yourself to experience what you're experiencing and deal with it, right? And then you move through to healing. But the problem is that we don't, right? Have a wonderful, wonderful day, Helena. Love to you, friend. So I started off with my healing journey when I first started doing my healing journey, I was seeing, I saw a psychotherapist. Like I crashed and burned. I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I struggled with that diagnosis for a while. And then I took time off to heal. And when I took the time off to heal, then my trauma came forward, because I actually stopped running. So my traumas was like, okay, you've paused now, and we caught you. So I had to start working on that stuff. And when I took the time off initially, I went through psychologists, psychiatrists. Yes, I will. I'll remember to send you that link. And it is there is a post that I shared about if you wanted to be a podcast guest. The link's in that post as well, but I will send you the post through messaging, Helena. Love you, friend. So, I was doing all of that. My doctor was putting me on all kinds of medications. I was seeing a psychotherapist. I was even seeing a neuropsychiatrist and a psychiatrist and all these different people because of the multiple sclerosis, functional neurological disorder. I had anxiety. I had panic disorder, depression, complex PTSD, all of that together. So I was seeing a variety of team members trying to get through what I was dealing with. And eventually I was tired of not getting my life back and struggling, because I wasn't getting to healing. I was still dealing with dealing with all of that panic disorder, not sleeping well, and I wasn't seeing change. And it was just, my brain felt like it was chemical soup. Here's another med, here's another med, here's another med. Take this one up, put that one down, put this one in, take that one out. And I was just like, stop, we're going to stop. And so I started pushing the medications down, in the sense of like, I was like, we're going to stop, we're going to drop this one back, and then we're going to keep taking the medications away until I actually feel different. And then we'll look at what to do at that point. And I managed to take all the medications away. What happened to help me to heal was that I decided to take control of my life, and I took control of it through food, through exercise, through reconnecting with nature, breath work, affirmations, gratitude practice. I became obsessed with being an expert when it came to trauma. And I learned more and more and more. I took courses. I attended webinars. I read books. I followed all the greats, and I just kept learning and learning and learning and applying things to me. Some things were really helpful, some things not so much, but I kept learning more and more. And then I healed, and I take no medications. I have zero symptoms of anything that I was previously diagnosed with. I've been cleared by my neurologist. They claim that the multiple sclerosis diagnosis was a misdiagnosis. And I'm healthy, healed, and whole is what I like to say. I'm healthy, healed, and whole. Healing is possible, right? It's just, unfortunately, when you do traditional medicine, I like to call it sick care, because it's a pharmaceutical thing, and they keep you trapped within the pharmaceuticals often, right? When you go see a doctor, he's not sitting down there going, so what's your nutrition like? What's your exercise like? Well, do you know if to get to health, these things can help you? He's just like, oh, so you're dealing with, okay, so here's this pill and I'll see you later. Right. So once I came through the other side, I was like, I know what to do. I know how to help people get healthy. I know how to help people heal. Right. So then I started my company, and I went out into this journey of helping people heal. And I just keep learning more and more and more, because not everybody's the same. Right. Not everybody's the same as, and not the same things will work for one person that works for another. So, somebody may like doing EFT, like doing tapping, but for other people, they may not like going through and, tapping the meridian points, which can be very, very, can be helpful to go through all of these meridian points, tapping through your body, right, to get to health, right? Some people might want to do something more into the somatic spaces than tapping. Some people might feel better with, certain levels of breath work, right? Some people work really well with cold water therapy. Right. So there's so many things like that. No, Ashley, I've been talking. Still on Joanne's card, actually. I was about to read it, but I got caught up in the comments. Yeah, because there can be that shift in your hormones, right? And then now all of a sudden you're a parent, like you're becoming a parent, right? Okay. No, that's okay. Not at all. Do not apologize at all. I don't mind talking about that. And, people will, just to give you an understanding of my traumas. I was traumatized. Like, I talk about like intergenerational trauma, like, and so if your mom's being traumatized while you're in utero, so while you're being gestated as a, in the case of Avery, you can get traumatized through that, because you're getting all fed cortisol and adrenaline and all of those things while you're being grown, while you're being made, right? So I had that experience because my mom was an abused woman. So she was getting abused, so she was dumping those things into my body. When, the earliest time that I suffered physical assault was at 6 months old. And the earliest age that I was when I was sexually assaulted was less than 2. And it went on throughout my entire childhood and teenage years. I've been homeless. I've been kidnapped, and any form of abuse that you can imagine, I have suffered. And I went on from my childhood into one unhealthy relationship after another. And I thought I was doing fine because I pushed my trauma away. I avoided it and ignored it. by becoming very focused on school and education. So I learned, I just kept focusing on education and studying to just stay away from and go, right? So a lot of people have high functioning anxiety, which is, very, it's embraced. It's very embraced in society to have that high functioning anxiety, because you will be go. You make a great employee because you don't want to shut off. So you're always willing to do more. You're always willing to keep going. You'll burn the midnight oil. You'll keep working and working and working, because when you stop doing things, that's when the emotions and the feelings come in, and you're like, I don't want to feel that. So you're going to go to avoid and not deal with it. And then depression has us numbing out and avoiding in different capacities, whether we're numbing out by eating, or we're numbing out by absorbing TV, or, video games, or scrolling mindlessly on our phone. There's many ways, or alcohol, drugs, self-harm. There's all these different ways that we avoid dealing with our trauma, or avoid dealing with the feelings, right? So, I ran away from that. And then I went into one unhealthy relationship after another unhealthy relationship after another unhealthy relationship. And we'll get little nudges along the way that we need to heal. But the problem is that a lot of times we don't listen, and we wait until there's a crash and burn. So I waited until I crashed and burned. I didn't make that choice. Oh, hey, I'm going to go do this now. I waited until basically God pushed me down and said, are you going to do something now? And I went, okay, I'm losing my whole life through this diagnosis that I've received. I'm losing my life because of that. It's time to heal, because it was either that or I just succumbed to the illness that I had. So I had to. And anxiety can be very, very debilitating. Oh, Debbie, I love you. I love you. I love you. So much love to you guys. Anyone that's dealing with this, I have so much compassion for you, because I know the journey is difficult, right? And, if you go to a doctor, the first thing that he's going to do is grab out his little pad, and he's going to start writing you a prescription. And many times we'll go to a psychotherapist, and a psychotherapist, they'll be like, so what brings you here today? And you'll say, well, I want to deal with I want to work on my traumas. And they'll be like, okay, so what happened? And you'll start talking about it and opening up Pandora's box. But they don't give you resiliency tools or soothing techniques to use to help you. And that can oftentimes be very re-traumatizing, right? Like, you don't want to just you don't drink the ocean all at once. You would take it a cup at a time. You wouldn't eat an elephant in one gulp. You would take a bite at a time, right? So that's what we need to be looking at in our healing, right? Yeah. You need to transition from that. And you're the one that needs to do it. That's why, like I said, when I say the divine healing means you're the healer. You are the healer, not me. I can tell you everything that you want to hear, but unless you implement it, it's just noise. It's just noise, right? You're the one that actually has to do the work. So if you don't like that you're stuck in that state of anxiety, right? When somebody says to you about breathing, grounding, changing your thoughts, doing the stop mechanism, and I can give other techniques as well. But if you don't put those into place, then nothing's going to change, unfortunately. And it's sad, but you're the one that has to do that, right? And you can reach out. I do have a free clarity call that I offer. Okay, I'm gonna get back to Joanne's card. Okay, sorry, Joanne, for the interlude. But here we go. So I'm going to show it again, the 6th house, okay, or house 6. This humble space holds the mundane details of daily life. And anyone can connect with me. I have a variety of programs available, right? So when I do a call with you, I will explain my different programs. I have a very high ticket, high level program available that's called the quantum healing. And the quantum healing involves quantum regression and integration therapy and other like we do healing on the quantum level, and it really works very well on trauma, addictions, even opening up your spiritual gifts. It's a an amazing technique. But that's a high-end thing. We meet 12 times in 12 weeks. So every week we meet and we do a therapy thing, and you have access to contact me in between those therapy sessions. That's my high ticket one. The middle of the road one is the sacred journey that I do. So the sacred journey, we meet 6 times in the 3 months. So every other week in a video session. And we start with safety. We do inner child healing, shadow work. We do all kinds of other things to heal. I will offer one quantum regression and integration therapy session during that experience to really get at some deep-seated stuff, because it helps to heal along all 4 energetic bodies in the quantum space. It's great for vow breaks and soul contracts and stuff like that as well. So I offer one session of that. I'll even do a session of human design and give you kind of understanding of the inner workings and how you show up within your human design. So there's a variety of different things, but there's soothing, resiliency, inner child, shadow work, all kinds of stuff through those 6 sessions that we delve into. And then if you want the low end is join me in my groups on Facebook. So my group on Facebook's the Divine Feminine Healing Collective. We meet. And on the Divine Masculine Healing Tribe, we meet for 5 sessions within those groups per month. Within the men's, it's nights at the round table where we do it's almost like a therapy session, right? Where you bring your struggles, whether it's health, trauma, mental health, general health, stress, doesn't matter. But from a male's point of view, and it's about empowering a man and stepping away from toxic masculinity and embracing healing and health and, in wholeness. So that's they're donate what you can. The whole goal is if everyone was paying $10 per session, right? If I had 5 people in the group, that means that for that hour and a half, I would be getting a donation of $50 for my time, right? So that's it's about that type of a process. The other group is the Divine Feminine Healing Collective. Now we meet around the moon cycles. So 4 of the meetings, we meet once a week for each of the 4 moon cycles. So the new moon, which is this Friday, the 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern. We meet on the first quarter, the full moon, the third quarter, and then we do an additional session, which will either follow the wheel of the year of the wheel. So it could be celebrating summer solstice, which we'll do next month. Or it could be a session that's been voted on. Like next week, we're going to, on the 22nd at 7 p.m., we're going to do runes, because that's what the girls had wanted to learn about. But in every one of those sessions, we do cards, but we also do an energetic healing session. And we talk about mental health, and we talk about trauma and all of those things. So it's a really supportive collective environment. So those are the very low end, yeah, so you'd have to look and see what 7 p.m. Eastern looks like for you, because I think 7 p.m. Eastern would be in the morning. It would be really early in the morning for you. If it's 10:30, it's 12:30, so 14 hours difference. So 7 p.m. would put it at 9 a.m. for you. I'm pretty sure it'd be 9 a.m. for you if I'm doing the math correctly. Yeah, so you get lots of work, lots of support within the Divine Feminine Healing Collective. So that's the lower end thing. But I also offer my my sacred journey and my quantum healing as individual sessions. So you don't have to jump in and pay the full price. You can purchase one session at a time and have it go slow, or you can pull it all together and do it really quick. Hi, Michael. How are you, love? Okay. Back to Joanne's card. I love you guys. I love you guys. There's a clarity call, free clarity call you can always take. And my website has all the information on it, including the groups that I have available on Facebook and links to them. Okay, so you can find all the information on my website. I'm constantly updating it and trying to get it so that it's, got more and more of the information on there. It even has my Divine Healing podcast linked on there now as well. Love you. All right, so back to the 6th house for Joanne. This space holds the mundane details of daily life. It's the framework you maintain to support your personal growth and evolution. It's how you handle personal care and the health of your physical body. It speaks to your discipline, the way you tend to duties like exercise, and your work ethic. It's your experience of work altogether, from interactions with colleagues to work being a joyful part of life or a painful one. It's everything that keeps life running and your structure around those things. It's the house of Virgo. Oh, sorry, this is the natural home of detailed oriented Virgo, who practices service as both maintenance and as offering. And being Mercury ruled, it's not as earthbound as it may seem. Without the essentials of this house, you cannot advance into the realms of love, spirituality, or philanthropy. It's this house that says you can't give what you don't have. When looked at from the perspective of a lifespan, it can be seen literally as the young adult, establishing a practical foundation, or more figuratively, as how you maintain the essentials you need to thrive and progress. So the energetics are health, personal care, practical details, work ethic, daily life. The experiences, establishing a foundation, duties, and service. So your message, Joanne: your ability to create, expand, love, and provide all depend on the foundation of your own well-being. Inspect the framework of your life and strengthen this place from which all things grow. Identify the people, places, and things to which you give your precious energy. When you give, are you replenishing in return? Spend your energy wisely as you would your hard-earned money. You don't have an endless supply, and there must be enough for self in your reservoir. Prioritize the supports you need to feel balanced, healthy, and whole. Solidify your base. Your life will open and your world will expand. So this is that concept of, you may be out there service oriented, and maybe that service is because, it's part of your career. Your career is a service oriented career. But if you're not taking any time to refill your cup, you're going to run out of juice at some point, right? Because you've only got so much energy that you can give unless you refill it, right? It's like that you don't have a bottomless cup. It's not a bottomless cup. So make sure that you're taking time out to renew and refresh, and you're enjoying that as well. I had to do that. I was working 7 days a week. It was just constant go, 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 go. And I was always at everyone's beck and call. If somebody was like, "Can I have a call?" Be like, "Yep, let's sign that up. Look, can I get a moment with you?" "Yep, let's do that." Somebody would call and be like, "Answer the phone, let's do this." And now I don't. I actually have blocked out time in my day. I have a lunch break and I have a supper break. And I also took Sunday off because I need a day of rest just to recuperate my energy, where I focus on my own needs, right? So my self-care Sunday really became self-care Sunday. Plus, it gives me the opportunity that if I want to, I can go and do something family oriented as well. And I make sure that I put those things in there too. So that's what this is telling you, is just to make sure that you're reviewing what your daily habits and routines are and how are they supporting you, and making sure that in your quest to be, of service to others, that you're making sure you're still taking time for yourself, right? To refill that cup. So it's a beautiful message for all of us, Okay. All right. I miss my Melinda. When Melinda's on here, the likes just like, zzz, she's so rapid fire. Okay, after Joanna is Mayuma. Ooh, right there. Mayuma, the 12th house. So house 12 is the house of Pisces. Okay, the house of Pisces. Okay, so we're going to see what that one is about. And Sagittarius came out with it as well. Sagittarius is the 9th house, but we'll talk about the Sagittarius energy that came out as well. Your grandma was Pisces. Well, let's see if she's got a message for you. Okay, so the 12th house, or house 12 is how it says it. House 12. I'm going to take a sip. So house 12 holds the energies of all the houses that come before it. But like the setting sun, they sink into the sea. It's where the defined shapes of the day become shapeless forms, energies in the night. Walls fall between physical and spiritual, self and other, making it a natural home for empathic Pisces. This is a space of paradox, of endings and beginnings, where the journeying soul merges into the ethers from which it came, from which it will rise again. If looked at from the perspective of a lifespan, it's the end of physical life, but more figuratively, it's where you experience a loss of separateness and how you explore your yearning for wholeness. For some, it may be through artistic expression. For others, through sacrificial service. That's okay, love. Love you. Come back when you can. House 12 holds beautiful wonders, like your imagination, alongside things you struggle to make sense of. It reveals where you feel lost and fall prey to illusion or addiction. These karmic waters have traveled with you for many lifetimes, and, like its ruling planet Neptune, this space is a realm of spiritual lessons and self-undoing. These energies arise from your subconscious to find peace and closure in this lifetime. I'll just hold it until you come back, and I'll pull it up. When you come back, just let me know you're back, and then I'll pull your card. We have 14.4 and 14 on. Beautiful. I'm gonna give myself some likes because I haven't seen the 14.4 change in a little bit, so I'm gonna just tap in there, watch it go to 14.5 for me. All right. So the energetics of 12th house is the subconscious, imagination, spirituality, karma, sacrificial service, escapism, illusion, and addiction. The experiences are transcendence, oneness, healing, and closure. So your omen or message, move away from sweeping statements like, I am happy, I am depressed, I am success, I am failure, he is good, he is bad, this is my life forever. Can you embrace yourself and the nature of all living things as multidimensional? You're free to take a completely different shape today than yesterday. And in this moment, you can be many things at once. Names and labels are useful, but limiting. Identify with your soul more than your emotions, and your sense of self more than your identity. It's powerful, 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 right? Very powerful. Yay! I did some good tapping. I got 387 likes. And then the other card that came up was Sagittarius, okay? I mean, nobody's on there right now, but I'll share it just in case someone's watching the replay. Optimism, exploration, and freedom. So I'm just going to read the message part. I won't read the entire card, just the message part so that you can have that little bit of an omen that comes up from Sagittarius, okay? So how do you navigate life? Do you typically respond? Ooh, you're so unique, Vicky. I love Aquarius energy, right? Aquarius is humanitarian and unique. And they talk about like Aquarius is like the elderly person who doesn't care what you think about how they are. They're going to express themselves anyway. They're like, yeah, you don't get to tell me who I get to be. I'm going to be who I want to be. Right? Very, very awesome energy. So how do you navigate life? Do you typically respond emotionally or logically, passively or actively? Are you a bold mover or a safe player? Maybe a mix of it all. It's time to begin piloting from a broader, deeper belief system. You're being asked to develop a moral code, a personal creed, anything from a self-written sentence filled with integrity and expressing your values to a full-blown life philosophy. Develop an ethical umbrella, unique to you, to shape the lenses through which you pilot your life. It will set you free and elevate your navigation skills. So that in combination with that that 12th house energy is your message for today. I can, oh, you know what? I forgot to give Rochelle her card yesterday. So I can move you up the list if you'd like. I mean, if nobody minds, I can move Ashley up the list. We have such a small group of people that wanted cards, so let's pull for Ashley right now, so that Ashley is free to run and do what she has to do. Gemini. So remember Gemini, we had this card already once. Gemini, I'll just read the message on it, know the full story about Gemini. Just remember Gemini is that butterfly and it has that insatiable thirst of knowledge and flits from one topic to another, right? Like it's really shifting energy there. So the energy there, or the message for you, okay? There is beauty and freedom in lightening your connection to the earth. While your deep connections and commitments are an important part of life, there's also value in detachment. Yes, this is your card, Ashley. Where can you lighten up and stop taking things so seriously? Where can you step outside of your routine and infuse some versatility? Experiment with different ways of responding to life, approaching them as playful taste tests. Seek new experiences and light connections. Open your mind and welcome energetic movement. Play with letting life pass through you and not holding things so tightly. It's really a strong message there as well, right? We have to be a little more playful, and detachment is a strong energy to embody, right? When we cling so strongly to things, that keeps us locked up, right? Yes, I had a feeling it would. Alrighty, so Oliviera is next. Okay, and if anyone else wants a card, just let me know your name and I'll put you on the list. Okay. Whew, almost lost the crown. Definitely, Michael. Ooh, Oliviera, the moon. And Vicky. Okay. Kind of shift position for a hot second though. Alrighty. The moon. And house 1 also came out, so I'll give you the omen. I'll give you the message from house 1, but I'm going to read the message of the moon, okay? Yeah. You should you definitely have to rebook that call, Ashley. Rebook that call, and I'll explain to you how I would help you. Okay, sending you love. Okay. The moon is a symbol for spirit. It represents the deepest, eternal core of who you are. Hello, M. How are you, love? And the interior world of your soul. It's your subconscious, which speaks through psychic revelations and bone-knowing intuition. It's the watery womb from which you came and your sense of home and security. Mother Moon is nostalgic in her timeless depths. She's tethered to the past, and with her porous memory, she encodes your emotional response to life. The energetics, soul, memory, and the past, sense of home and security, mother. The experiences, your emotional response to life, how you nurture self and others, psychic revelations, bone-knowing intuition, your experience of feminine energy. And the message, have you been pushing yourself too hard? Your angels remind you periods of rest, of simply being, are not only allowed, but vital for the alignment of yourself and spirit. Where do you feel most at peace? Whether it's a cocoon in your home or a loving place in nature, nest and connect with your sanctuary. Sink into your layers within, with nowhere to go, no one to be. Quiet your mind through meditation, a gentle walk, or journaling. Hi, Liz. Greet and explore everything you find, pushing nothing aside. In the midst of these hazy waters, notice your internal presence, your eternal presence. The one who watches, anchored beneath the sea. Know that this presence is your unshakable truth, your mother within, your boundless soul. Learn her language, your intuition, and honor her above all else. So this is really asking you to listen to your body, listen to your intuition, listen to that knowing that tells you it's time to rest, that knowing that tells you to take a breath, to take a break, to take a step. That's just listen to that. Listen to it telling you what your body, your mind, and your spirit needs. Because if you don't listen to it and you ignore it, what'll end up happening is you're going to end up sick, right? Because then your body says, I got to shut down because I needed a break a long time ago and I asked for it, but you didn't give it to me. So now I'm just going to take a break in the best way that I know how, which is through an illness of some sort, right? Or a breakdown of some sort. So listen to it while it's asking you. So the other one that came up was house 1. So the house 1 card is, I'm just going to read the message from that card, okay? But house 1 is the house of Aries. It's the first house, right? Being house 1. So it's about your self-image. Your self-image shapes how you see the path ahead and magically what the path provides. The unfolding of your life is a collaboration between you and the divine. The healthier your self-image, the more authentic your expression and the more magnetic you become. Hi, Nana Nikki. Oh my goodness, I was not having blah, 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 blah. Hi, Nana Nikki. The unfolding of your life is a collaboration between you and the divine. The healthier your self-image, the more authentic your expression and the more magnetic you become. Oh no. Yep, it was the 6th house, the house of Virgo. So it's all about making sure that review your daily habits and your healthy routines and your service, and make sure that you're not being too service oriented, giving too much to other people, and that you're making because your cup will get empty. You have to be refilling your cup. So make sure that you do that you refill your cup and you're not all just give, serve, that you are a little bit towards yourself as well. And look at whether your day-to-day routines, whether it's like you're not all work, right? You're not all these things, that you're making sure that you're taking time and reviewing your healthy routines, making sure that, you're doing like physical fitness, that you're eating healthy, stuff like that. Okay. Do you see yourself as perfectly imperfect, as the perfectly imperfect miracle that you are? Are there parts of yourself you can't accept, shameful corners which cause you to retreat? If you're physically out in the world but energetically shut down, your magnetism will be dulled. But similarly, if you are a natural homebody who nurtures a healthy sense of self, life will find you. Practice seeing yourself with gentle, compassionate, loving eyes. Feel pride in who you are and practice stepping into a more authentic version of self. As you align with this higher vibration, you'll discover the beauty and abundance the divine has been waiting to bring you. Just powerful. Powerful message for you, Oliviera. Okay. So I gave Ashley her card, and Aviru left. So Debbie's card is next. How are you doing today, Nana Nikki? How are you doing? We did this awesome healing earlier. We did a healing combined with light language. I brought Witchy Kind of Woman on as a guest, and it was just phenomenal. It was awesome. You can definitely be on the list, Oliviera. I'm not reading all 4. Not all 4. We're gonna shut that. We're gonna check that and get one. So I'm gonna get Liz on the list. Liz on the list. Still in pain? Where's your pain, Nana? Okay. Debbie, square. Okay, so this is about when planetary alignments, right? Sometimes they square one another. So this is an alignment thing. So I'm going to read what this square talks about. Okay, so a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Your spine. Okay. Well, tomorrow I will be doing some more healing. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some today before the end. Before the end, I can send some healing to you. Okay. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a huge list of cards, so if I finish up the cards and I still got lots of time left, I could send some energy to you. Okay. Yeah. And all I'll do is just send what a beautiful aligned spine looks like, and each of the vertebrae and the discs in between the vertebrae, and everything that it's the way it's the form and function that it should be. I'll send that to you in a little bit if I have time. If we don't get an abundance of people wanting cards, but I feel like it's an easy day today. I feel like it's a low key day for us today. We're at 11 o'clock, so I've got an hour yet. And I don't have that many people on the list. So we'll see if I can do some more healing before the end of the show. Okay, square. So a planetary alignment square is what we're looking at. I have to figure out where square is in here. Just give me there we go. Square. So a square occurs when two planes sit 90 degrees away from one another. When two planets. Hi, Jack. How are you? Welcome back. I got you on the list, Jack. So a square occurs when two planets sit 90 degrees away from one another. This is the most challenging dynamic to work through because it implies both an internal and external struggle. These are not only energetic blocks, but obstacles experienced in the world. It's vital to identify and support the squares in a chart because, if abandoned, this aspect can become a dooming, self-fulfilling prophecy. Internally, squares create feelings of confusion, conflict, or even paralysis in their energetic realms. And these blocks are magnified by outside events, which seemingly conspire to reinforce the challenge. Understandably, you might feel destined to fail in the face of a square, but you must persevere with courage. The journey through the sludge becomes your greatest teacher and leads you to even greater rewards. And while squares require lifelong nurturing, in working with their energy, you discover your biggest opportunities for growth, achievement, and alchemy. Yeah. So the energetics is challenging, and the experience is a mountain to climb. The message is you're being called to deepen your strength and perseverance through a challenge you face. Remain present through painful moments, asking, what are you here to show me? No shortcuts, no easy way out, no falling back into old familiar habits. You're being summoned to rise up. This challenge wouldn't be here if you weren't strong enough to face it. This perspective doesn't deny the discomfort you endure. It only asks you to look beyond it and consider how it can teach you, how it can change you. Practice seeing beyond the physical reality of all things. There is always some kind of nectar buried beneath the sludge. Use this realization to expand your trust in life, especially if you find yourself in trying times. Okay, very strong message. Very, very strong message. Okay. So after Debbie, I'm going to actually color out my list here. I haven't been keeping up with the coloring of the list, so let's get some colors going so I, I don't get backtracking and all of that good stuff. I can mark this one as gray in case she comes back, and I'll be aware of it. Next is Leslie. Does that feel like it sits with you, right? And have you done your astrological chart? Like, have you done your natal chart? It's made me think in a way because I do know I have a, like, honestly, my friggin' chart looks like a tic-tac board. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. 8 squares in my chart of planetary alignments. Eight squares. Right. Oh, that just makes me chuckle. I'm so glad I can pull my chart up right away and look at that. But wow, that's interesting. Now I really want to go in and look at those, look at those squares a little bit more. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, if you can, like, and sometimes you can get them, and they're not that expensive typically. Yasmin Bolin, she does moonology, but she does an astrological chart. But you can get your astrological chart from quite a few places done. So look into doing that and just seeing how your energy completely shows up. So next for a card is, I'll get back to my sheet. Leslie, are you still there, Leslie? And Julie, I see you there. Did you want a card? You didn't say anything when I was asking if people wanted cards. Did you want a card today, love? I didn't want to just assume that you did. Yeah. Okay, love. Lots of love to you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Will the lawyer decide yes soon? Will the lawyer from the family community aspect decide yes soon? I'm going to put my arm down. I want to make sure there's no sway in it. Okay. Will the lawyer from the community aspect decide yes soon? That's a yes, Leslie. I'm going to pull you a card too, though, and see what the card shows up. I love you too, Debbie. No problem. No problem. Yeah. Will she change her mind is still coming up as a yes. Okay. Okay, but let's see what the cards say. Okay, so for Leslie. Hello, Todd. So we got fixed and we've got cardinal energy coming together. Thank you. Yeah, I love my hair. I try to, ever since I healed my trauma, I've tried to be just like really, really, you just saw the nun again? The nun? Do you mean the nun again? But thank you, Jack. Yeah, I try to be really healthy. Aw, Jack. Mwah. Love to you, friend. Love to you. I don't overwash it. I wash my hair twice a week maximum. Maximum. I sleep on a silk pillow. I always either braid or put my hair in a bun. I don't, so that it doesn't get tangled up and tied up and pulled on. I don't brush my hair a lot because, you know, oftentimes we angrily brush our hair. Like, you ever see the moms when they're brushing their kids' hairs and they're like, yank, 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 yank? I don't do that. We don't do that here. We love our hair. And I don't use things that have silicones or parabens or anything like that. I don't use like gels or hairspray or mousses or anything like that in my hair. Like, I don't put a lot of stuff in my hair. My hair, I drink lots of water and I eat really healthy. So you got to have good nutrition on the inside, and then you've got to take care of things on the outside as well, right? So, taking care of the hair by, making sure that I'm not yanking through it with a comb, because then I'm going to create lots of breaks in the hair. And then same thing, like if you're sleeping on like cotton pillowcases and it's getting caught on it and stuff like that, it's going to cause little breaks or little frays. And that's how you'll get the split ends. Putting a lot of like products in it that are really unhealthy too, right? So like silicones and parabens and stuff like that, they're not good for the hair. So I just try to use like really healthy shampoo and conditioner, and I don't overwash it, right? I don't overwash it, and that's helpful too, right? So once to twice a week, I let my hair tell me. If my hair tells me you need to wash it, then I'll wash it. But other than that, I just let it go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like playing with it because it feels so nice. And somebody mentioned my hair, so I'm like, it feels so good. Yay. Okay, so fixed and cardinal energy coming at you, Leslie, and we'll explain, because this one's talking about perseverance, okay? And the cardinal is instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. That combined with stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So there's some good energy together in the area that you're questioning. So I'll read the cardinal card, and then this one here, I will look at as a, she said, You need to persevere is what I'm getting from that. I'm getting that you need to persevere. Okay, so we're looking at cardinal and fixed. So these are the energies of the houses. The energetics. All right, there's fixed and cardinal. Okay. So cardinal. This pioneering force is linked to new beginnings. It initiates and changes the status quo. It's a seed cracking open, revealing its first sprout. And in Mother Nature's cycle, it's expressed as the start of a new season. The cardinal signs of the zodiac are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. The energetics are initiation. The experiences are new beginnings, instigating change, a fresh start, a pioneering spirit. In shadow, it could mean inconsistent or lacking follow through. The omen or message. It's time to forge a new path. Be bold and step outside your comfort zone. Call on bravery to blossom. You're held by the unconditional love of your angels. This is relevant to any area, large or small, where you feel blocked or in need of a push. The change you seek begins with you, and even one small shift creates an echo. And then the other one, that was a shorter read, so maybe I'll read the entire fixed. So we got cardinal, then fixed. Okay, so fixed is the other energy. So this steady force is established in its flow. It knows where it's going and is persistent in its path. It's a solid, dependable energy. In Mother Nature's cycle, it's expressed mid-season, when she's fixed in her rhythm. It's the secure tree with firm roots and developed branches. The fixed signs of the zodiac are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The energetics are stability, persistence, loyalty, dependability, and the experiences, a rhythm, a secure and established flow. In shadow, it could speak of being stubborn. The message: clarify your intentions and remain patient with your process of becoming. Move forward with radical conviction, trusting that even that which seems chaotic or wrong weaves into your story of becoming. Release control while still showing up for yourself every step of the way. When you are grounded in integrity, you're exactly where you need to be. And remember, you are deeply loved and carried by your angels along your journey. They delight in your faith and send affirming signs and messages along the way. Keep your senses open to receive them. This card being the first of many. Trust in the path of your life. So those are powerful energies packed together there, that cardinal and fixed, right? So that cardinal of instigating and that fixed energy of, really kind of being in flow and letting go, right? Letting go of control, right? So let me know. I'm sure that resonates for you differently, or the messages comes through and you'll be given the message a little bit more differently with your guides and, what you channel in with that message as well. So after Leslie is Michael. Okay. And then Vicky, Liz, and Jack. Okay. So Michael. And Aussie Ocean, did you want a card? Yes. I'm working on that too, because I can speak light codes, but I'm a little bit nervous to do it publicly yet. So I'm just embracing doing it and just accepting what comes up. I channel occasionally. I talk to spirits. Okay. Like everything's occasional, right? Like I have visions occasionally. I have all these things occasionally. But I want to see, like, I'm like, I want more. Open me up. Let it come in. Let's do this, right? Like, I'm like, let's go, right? Like, I have like Aries energy when it comes to my gifts. I'm like, let's do this. Like, let's just do this. But I have to be more in like Pisces energy of just letting it go, right? Like, right? Yeah, it's just being in flow and letting it go, right? So just like embracing that what's coming is coming and it'll come when it comes. And the more tightly you try to pull it to you, the more that you're pushing against it actually showing up. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Don't let him. Don't let him. You let your light shine bright. You let your light shine bright. Okay. And if that means that over, you know, in the end that partner doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You need to step into your big, beautiful self. Like be that bright, shining light. Yeah. Nice. Okay, Michael, let's see what Michael's message is. House 11. So house 11 is Aquarius, right? So that's almost near completion. And yeah, he might not be ready, right? And now science is starting to come up. Okay. The science is starting to catch up, right? That's hilarious that you got the 11th house then. But science is starting to catch up. They're actually researching it. So yesterday I was watching a show and there's a guy, Dan, I think his name's Dan Radin or something like that. But, you know, like this scientific dude that's, you know, been starting to research or study psychic gifts and magic, right? So starting to study all of those things, and it's provable, right? Like even back in the, you know, from the 70s to the 90s, they had a the CIA and, you know, government agencies, like there was the Stargate thing that was going on where they were using what they called how did they call it? Trying to remember what they called it. It wasn't psychics. They called it something differently. But anyway, they're researching it to prove it that it's you know, it's proven that you like that the psychic gifts are real, right? So God, I wish I could remember what it was. Like can't remember what they used to call it right now. It's on the edge. It's on the edge. That's why I keep pausing for a second and I'm like, it's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. But anyway, so they're researching it. So it's true. So as they start to, you know, bring that forward into mainstream, then people will be less fearful of it. But there's so much of us that in our previous lives, we maybe were persecuted, right? Like when I was in my previous life, I was burned at the stake as a witch. So for me to step up and say I'm a witch, that takes a lot of like faith and trust that that persecution's not going to happen again, right? So sometimes the fear that we have isn't fear in this lifetime, it's fear in the previous lifetime. Yes, astrophysics, beautiful. I love that, Michael. Okay, I'm going to read your 11th card. But yeah, there's lots of like information starting to come out. It's starting to become more mainstream. I'm going to take a sip right now. Aw. Yeah, not his fault. It was their time. We all signed a lifeline, right? We all signed up and we said, this is the life that I want to experience. And for the most part, we experienced exactly what we signed ourselves up for. We signed it up and we had the option that we could step out of those, you know, like we have a trauma path. Let's say we signed up and we said, I'm going to experience these traumas. So I'm going to experience these traumas. And then we go through that experience. And maybe, you know, the thought was that our parents were going to heal so that our traumas weren't going to be as bad, but our parents went on the other way. So our traumas were even worse than what we were supposed to experience. But as we go through our life experiences, there's many times when there's an opportunity to get out and get onto your destiny path and get off that fated line that we're on. Like Dolores Cannon speaks about that, right? And, you know, but we didn't. But everybody has signed that, you know, like when I die, my time is done. My time, I have full power as soon as I step out of my body to hop right back into it and go, no, I'm not ready yet, right? Most people don't. They pop out of they drop their body as their spiritual form and they're like, unconditional love, total bliss. I can see all that is, that ever was, and that will ever be. Why would I want to get back in that? I'm good, right? We should be celebrating death, right? Which is weird. Really awesome. Really awesome. Nice, nice. Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I just naturally see the body, right? Like when I look inside, so someone had mentioned, I think it was Selma when I was doing the healing, mentioned about the gallstones, right? Wanting healing from gallstones. And I could see inside her, I could see inside the gallbladder and I could see the little gallstones in there. And I just, in my mind, I just cleansed it out, like the negative energy, the holding on to things, right? And I just saw the gallstone as being healthy, to seeing the bile that, is in, like, just seeing everything in there beautifully as it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. Aw. That's okay. You'll function okay without it. All right. Your 11th house. Friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs is what the 11th house talks about. That very much Aquarian energy. Okay, but we'll read all about this. So this house reflects your social and humanitarian concerns. If looked at from the perspective of a lifespan, it's the adult who steps outside themselves and operates as a part of a larger whole. More figuratively, it reflects your feelings around groups of people. Do you feel like an eccentric oddball, or do you feel accepted by the crowd? It holds your friends, community, and the connections that aren't necessarily intimate or emotional, but based on shared ideals. It's where you fit in. It's your wishes and objectives for the future of mankind. It's your environmental, political, and philanthropic viewpoints. This is where you become a part of the team or movement. The natural home of forward-thinking Aquarius, dedicated to pushing humanity forward, this space is also linked to inventions and things that advance society. It is ruled by Uranus for its progressive imaginings, as well as Saturn for its discipline around idealistic beliefs. Well, if you are part of my Divine Feminine Healing Collective, this is actually recorded into the Divine Feminine Healing Collective, the Divine Masculine Healing Tribe, and it's on YouTube. I don't know, like I share it to YouTube as a live, like I go live on YouTube. So I think that you can see it, like you can go in and look at the history of the lives on YouTube as well. Definitely an oddball. The best ones are. You're innovative. You're original. You're unique. I like those better than oddball. So the key words for the energetics are friends, wishes for the future, social and humanitarian beliefs, like-minded groups. The experiences, operating as part of a larger whole, connections based on shared ideas or ideals, joining a team. The message, humans are meant to commune and collaborate, yet so often beings feel lonely, alien, and out of place. Consider the person you have grown into. What are your current passions and interests? What are your philosophical, spiritual, or humanitarian beliefs? Has your tribe evolved with you, or are you feeling misplaced? Begin sharing the lens through which you see life. Reveal who you are. The universe is working to bring like-minded friends into your life, but you need to express your beautiful truth so kindred spirits can find you. That's a beautiful message, right? If we're not stepping into our authenticity and we're not showing it, how are we going to align with people that are true to us as well, or who align with those interests that we have? If I never share the fact that I, am into or can speak light codes, how do I align with somebody in that? Or if I don't open up or don't share in my spiritual gifts, how are people going to align with me that are in alignment with spiritual gifts, right? So I have to step into my truth to align with people who align with that truth, right? Which is just really beautiful. Beautiful. And you've got a tribe here, Michael. We're going to share the crown, remember? You get to wear the citrine one today, because today I'm wearing the clear quartz. So cold, so cold, so cold. I had to chase that with some warm water. Woo! That was not tasty. Not tasty. That's why I have to go back to putting it in my travel mug. I usually wait for somebody to send me a coffee before I take a sip. And if I don't get the coffees, then I forget about my coffee. And next thing you know, it's like, yes, it does. I have to charge it up under the next full moon. We had a full moon. The full moon in Scorpio was a lunar eclipse. So I did not charge up my crystals under that moon because there is the potential that you get dark energy in it. So I waited. Next is Vicky, and then after Vicky is Liz, and then Jack, and then Aussie. And I like Aussie Ocean. I want to go see the ocean, the Aussie Ocean. I've been to the ocean on the Pacific coast of Canada. I've been to the ocean on the Atlantic coast of Canada. I've been to, I can't remember where else I was to the ocean. All my travels. Where else did I go? Barbados. East Coast. Nice. Hi, James. How are you, love? Okay. Whoa. Those ones came flying out. All right. So, Vicky, are you still there, Vicky? Okay, perfect. So we got Pisces and Libra came flying out of the deck for you. So Pisces being, you know, the represents the 12. I guess maybe I was going to just talk about that. They are the heads of houses. I guess we'll just call them the heads of the house. So Pisces operates in the 12th house, and Libra is in the 7th house. But I'll read both of the cards. Okay, so we'll read like at least the message of the Libra card, but I'll read the full message of Pisces. Okay, because I think the last time that I write a... Okay, sweetie. Libra's your daughter? You're... Nice. Okay, so let's get to Pisces. I could move you up, Aussie, since you're at nighttime. I think we could skip the queue a little bit, right? So Pisces, this evolved energy sits at the edge of the zodiac where the journeying soul dissolves into the ethers from which it came. At home in the spiritual planes, Pisces is tapped into the collective and the divine. Neptune ruled, it feels the collective longing, which comes through as inspiration and is expressed through creativity. These are artists, healers, and gentle beings. Softened spiritual and emotional boundaries make them empathic and even psychic, which also gives them a need for solitude to identify what's theirs and what isn't. Compassion is their gift, and being of service their highest expression. Profound sensitivity makes Pisces beautiful and also leads it astray. A blurry definition between physical and spiritual, self and other, makes it difficult to know where they end and another begins. It's a confusing energy to experience on Earth, which is why Pisces is also linked to escapism, addiction, and self-sacrifice. Running away or martyrdom can be attractive options as they alleviate the earthly pressure of self-definition. Oh, no, love. So the energetics, intuition, sensitivity, compassion, intimacy, forgiveness. The experience, psychic connections, serving something greater than self, in shadow, no boundaries, martyrdom, escapism, and addiction. The message, let your body fade into the atmosphere. For a moment, forget your name and your identity. Connect with your boundless soul. In this ancient place of oneness, can you find forgiveness for yourself and all earthly life, like you would a child? Try to live each day seeing the physical world as a sacred illusion, and see all human beings as spiritual creatures, having a human experience. Forgive yourself and others. It's your path to freedom. Carry this softness with you while remembering you can invite someone into your heart without letting them into your house. Right? It's a beautiful message. And then we'll look at Libra. So Libra is about relationships. That's what the 7th house is all about. But this is Libra's card. So the key words for Libra are beauty, justice, and fairness. The experience is peace and balance, partnership, consideration. And in shadow, indecisiveness and flimsy sense of self. Yeah, it's in this. I love this. I love it. It's just beautiful. It's very romantic deck. So the omen or message, imagine a house where each room represents a significant part of your life. These rooms include, but are not limited to, self-care, work, passions, relationships, and exploration. Walk into each room, noticing how it feels. Which ones are vibrant, flooded in light? Do any feel dark, dusty, or empty? Are any outdated or in need of organization? Consider what you give to each room and what it gives to you in return. Your guides want every room to be somewhere you love, spending time where the energy you give matches the energy you receive. They want your house as a whole to feel balanced, supportive, and inspiring, and your life as a whole to be a true reflection of your soul. Just a beautiful message. Beautiful message. I love that. Walking through your house and looking at, how is your house? Like, are there areas within your life that are dusty, or are they dark, or are they, do you give good attention? Is there spaces in your house, like your personal house, right? Like that are bright and vibrant, right? And how can you shift that energy to make your whole house beautiful, right? Okay, so after Vicky is Liz. Okay. And Liz also wanted me to use my pendulum to ask a question. Yes, I'm still on. Okay, Liz, not that many cards. Yes, I need to do a declutter too. We could make a pact and keep each other on task. Liz, trine. So this is another planetary aspect or alignment between two planets. So trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Okay. So what was your question again, Liz? Will Liz have good news? Will Liz have good news? That's too open. It's going to say yes, because it's going to be like, from here to the end of time, will Liz get good news? Of course she'll get good news. Of course she's going to get good news. You could get good news by looking at on your phone and getting a video of good news, right? Maybe. Should Helena meet with me today? Whoops, just hang on. Okay, will Liz get good news from the NHS man? Will Liz get good news from the NHS man? Is saying no, Liz. At least not right now. There's an energy that's coming in that maybe, but not just yet. I think it's more of a not yet. This time when he, like, right away when he calls, no, but at some point there was a feeling of a yes coming in, but it's just not yet. Okay, so let's see what trine's saying. Okay. Triangles are the strongest shape in the natural world. Any added force is evenly distributed between all three sides. And this physical truth echoes in their energetic worth, which is why they're so popular in ancient iconography. A trine occurs when two planets sit 120 degrees away from one another, supporting each other in expression and flow. This lovely, uncomplicated aspect indicates an area of ease and harmony in your life. It can reveal where you find simple joys, innate talents, and gifts. Planets in trine are not intertwined and thus don't compete for expression. Like the best friends, they see each other's strengths and limitations and work to lift each other up. What's more, this aspect often comes as a supportive antidote for other challenges you face. And while trines can absolutely appear without an equal challenge, they often appear in areas where you need some extra support, like guardian angels. Energetics are harmony. The experiences are angelic support and perfect flow. Your angels are so proud of the work you've done to get here. You've kept your heart soft through obstacles and let divine lessons shape you. Now you're in a more authentic expression of your heavenly soul, and you're entering into a beautiful time of harmony. So like I said, just not yet, but it's coming. It is coming. Instead of picking yourself apart and choosing pieces to express or suppress, can you embrace yourself as a brilliant whole? The more you connect to yourself in your entirety, the more you sync with the divine current that carries you. And as you surrender into this lovely tide, life feels abundant, blessed, joyful, and perfectly aligned because it is. Right? And I love to embrace that energy of it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Okay, the square card is challenging, right? So the square card, okay, I didn't do Ozzy's card, did I? I said I was going to do Ozzy's card, and then I skipped by Oz. I just went and kept going, didn't I? I don't think I did do Ozzy's card. All right. So you're being called to the square card, right? So the square means that the planets are in 90 degrees. No, you technically next, Jack. You're technically next. So square means that they're in 90 degree of each other. It's a very challenging aspect. Okay, so you're being called to deepen your strength and perseverance through a challenge you face. Remain present through painful moments, asking, what are you here to show me? No shortcuts, no easy way outs, no falling back into old familiar habits. You're being summoned to rise up. This challenge wouldn't be here if you weren't strong enough to face it. This perspective doesn't deny the discomfort you endure. It only asks that you look beyond it and consider how it can teach you, how it can change you. Practice seeing beyond the physical reality of all things. There is always some kind of nectar buried beneath the sludge. Use this realization to expand your trust in life, especially if you find yourself in trying times. Right? Just powerful. Okay, you guys aren't giving likes, or otherwise I'm not seeing them, because I swear it's been 20.9 for a while now. I'm going to give you guys trouble. I'm going to give you trouble. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Salasia came in and I was like, hang on a second. Must because my mods aren't here. My mods must bring the likes. I think so. They bring the likes, they bring the gifts, they bring the energy. We're just sitting here in this cozy little space, hanging out. So I'm going to give myself some self-love. Self-love is important too. You got to love yourself, right? It starts with you. Okay, Ozzy, did you fall asleep, my dear? Because I know that was your concern, and that's why I was going to bump you up, but then I didn't. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Love you. Maybe my screen's just frozen. It's weird. Then I ticked on it and we're at 21.2. So weird. So weird. But it looked like it wasn't moving. But anyway, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So did that help having that read again, Debbie? Does that make sense? Is that it's a challenging? Okay. Love you, friend. Love you. Okay. So Ozzy, did you fall asleep? And hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. You know, when I send the love, it affects. I'll do it though. I don't know what that means. It affects what? Like, thanks for the tiny diny. I like the tiny diny. It's cute. I don't know what that means that it affects. Like, all right. So I'm not seeing Ozzy say anything. So I'm going to pull your card, Jack. And then Michelle will be after Jack. You came in at the perfect time, Michelle. Jack, Yang. It's a beautiful card, Yang. And Yang is saying proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. So let's find Yang in here. Ah, thanks, Olivia. Boop. I'm catching it. Oh, found it. Woohoo! I went to the right direction. It's perfect. So Yang for Jack. This is the energy of divine masculine, one half of creation. This force pushes the spiritual realms inward, night, into the physical light of day. Outward and proactive, it brings forth material life. This is a dynamic, manifesting, doing energy. It's tangible and linear. 1 + 1 = 2. It's ego and living consciousness and the named, spoken expression realm of waking life. Being an active creative force, it's linked to the elements of fire and air. This is not the realm of water's emotions or earth's patience. As a result, all fire and air signs within the zodiac are considered Yang. Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Keep in mind that this is distilled masculinity and makes no reference to physical sexes. Yang energy lives within both male and female bodies. The energetics, proactivity, expression, masculinity, outward, physical. Experiences, forward motion, doing. In shadow, it can represent impatience or aggression. The omen or message. Venture into the light of day. Speak your truth and be seen. Now is a time to engage with the world. Begin a project. Take that leap of faith. Share your ideas. Birth your inner world into waking life. You have an angelic support in manifesting the life of your dreams. As a long-term practice, consider your balance between yin and yang, your spiritual life and physical life. Both vital energies ebb and flow within as two sides of creation. Do you feel a harmonious balance? Good message, good message. Balance is important. Balance is important. Okay, Michelle. Hi, Melinda. I missed you, my friend. Okay, that's too many. If it's one or that's okay. 1 or 2, but not when half the deck falls out. All right. Oh, you have a wonderful day, Mayuma. No apology. You have a beautiful day. You are busy. I've seen that little sprite that you've got in your life. That's a lot of energy. And very busy. So no apology necessary. Thank you so much for being with me today. You know, you made it to 20 minutes. I'm only going to be here for a maximum 20 more minutes. Love to you. But you know what? The cool thing about the husky passing away is, let's say that's, you know, a young spiritual energy. And now that spirit's going to go back and he's like, okay, I experienced what it was like to be a husky. Now I'm going to come back into a human form. I'm going to graduate into, you know, a higher level of consciousness. Right. So, and I know it's hard because, you know, loss can sometimes be hard. Right? And it's okay to feel the grief, right? Acknowledge the feelings and understand that that's okay. Maybe was, there was a connection to that spirit from another lifetime, and that's why you're feeling it, right? Is that grief as well? Huskies are beautiful energy. I love them. They're just beautiful. I love that they're talking. Oh, no. Remember, never, like, that's not true. Like, his time was his time. And by him going back to his, going back into spirit, that means that he has the opportunity to reincarnate in a different form. And maybe he'll pick a form with more, with a new consciousness. Maybe he'll come back in and be a child of yours. I don't know if you're still looking at having more children, but he could come back in spirit and be your child, right? So then that would be a beautiful transition. We should be celebrating when spirit moves on, when spirit moves back to spirit, right? Then they're free. It's good energy, right? They understand they're getting he's unconditionally loved right now, feeling complete and utter bliss, and has the opportunity to choose again. Do I want to come back in? Maybe I want to be another husky and I'm going to be your husky. Maybe I'm going to come back in and I'm going to be a baby and I'll be your baby. Or maybe I'm going to come back in and I'm going to be a bird because I want to be free and fly and soar and experience, right? But right? Be cool. Michelle, so you got 2 cards. Okay, the first one's Sagittarius and the second one is House 3. So House 3 is the house of Gemini. This is a lot of education or intellect or learning power, right? Because Sagittarius is big ideas and Gemini, the house, Gemini, which is the one that runs the 3rd house, or is good. Sending you a big hug. I don't know what I'm going to do when that potato goes. Like, it's going to be a loss because his spirit, it's, he's a beautiful soul. I can't even think about it. If I think about it, I'll probably want to cry. So we're not going to think about that. So the Gemini energy is like details, little, like it's more of the smaller topics, whereas Sagittarius is big ideas, right? So the both of them. Dang landlords. Don't they know they do that to you? You asked what? I don't know what you asked, Leslie. Okay, Michelle. House Sagittarius. We're going to read Sagittarius, and then I will read at least the message from House 3. Okay. So Sagittarius. This is my sun sign. Life is an adventure for Sagittarius the explorer. These beings are seekers, insatiably curious and driven by big questions. Most notably, why am I here? They're forward-thinking and forever inspired. Like their ruling planet Jupiter, they have a larger-than-life presence, with the independence and optimism to begin again and again, and every new quest born from deep existential longing. And they often feel most at home on the journey, being more interested in philosophy and the world of ideas than reality. Yeah, I didn't see that question come in saying if there'd be availability for yes or no questions. Quite possibly. We're at 1:45 and Michelle's the last person asking for a card. So after I read Michelle's cards, if nobody else I'll go through and ask if anybody else wants a card. And if nobody says no, then I'll do some pendulum yes nos for a little bit. So Sagittarius is dedicated to higher learning and things that expand the mind. Anything from foreign travel to university to psychedelics. It's freedom-loving and unattached, both in thought and in action. However, the same sweeping viewpoints which create its moral compass, ethical code, and inspired visions can make it a bit aloof. And if this energy doesn't remember to stop and smell the roses, to connect with small earthly pleasures and feats is prone to chronic dissatisfaction. Yeah, no, I scrolled back up though. I scrolled back up and I didn't see any. I didn't see that being asked. No distance is far enough for this arrow ablaze. Landing only leaves its wild imagination wanting more. The energetics, optimism, philosophy, ethics, imagination, exploration, independence. The experiences, seeking freedom, a journey, an adventure. In shadow, chronically dissatisfied, aloof. The message for Michelle. How do you navigate life? Do you typically respond emotionally or logically, passively or actively? Are you a bold mover or a safe player? Maybe a mix of it all. It's time to begin piloting from a broader, deeper belief system. You're being asked to develop a moral code, a personal creed, anything from a self-written sentence filled with integrity and expressing your values to a full-blown life philosophy. Developing an ethical umbrella unique to you, shape the lens through which you pilot your life. It will set you free and elevate your navigation skills. So then the next card was the third, house 3. Okay, so house 3, like I said, is Gemini. It's ruled by Gemini. Okay, so Michelle, I'll give you the message from house 3, and we'll look at the keywords or the energetics, mentality, the rational mind, communication skills, networking, the experiences, early learning, exploration through local surroundings, experience of siblings and or childhood relations. The message. Can you recall a time you felt scared to speak up or even silenced? Revisit this memory and with the wisdom and conviction of your highest self, tell the little you inside, your voice matters. Maybe we could all do that. Your voice matters. My voice matters. Our voice matters. Someone may be a natural extrovert, speaking freely in front of many, while other may be more introverted, preferring one-on-one conversations in intimate settings. Whether it's loud and from the mountaintops or quiet on the pages of a journal, express yourself without inhibition. Get to know your voice and let yourself be heard. It's okay if it lands on deaf ears. It's okay if it isn't well received. It's okay to disappoint, disarm, or disillusion. What matters most is that you let your voice be heard. That's a powerful message for you, Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to ask here quickly, does anyone else want a card before I hop off? Or not hop off, but if nobody else wants a card, I'm going to do some quick yes, no's with the pendulum. Okay, so if nobody wants any cards, though, we'll go into pendulum for the last few little bits. Okay. So just let me know. And I'm just going to give myself some love while I'm at it. Hi, Shauna Lee. Would you like a card, witchy kind of woman, before I shut her down from the cards? And we're going to go into some quick yes, no's. Just let me know. I love it. I love it. Okay. Witchy kind of woman. Whoa. Pluto. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Michelle. I hope you're doing okay now. I really hope that you're doing okay now. Sending you love. Okay, so look at the butterfly. Transform. Pluto for witchy kind of woman. With its X-ray vision, Pluto reveals toxicity in the systems you lean on in complacency and the things you draw on for identity, status, beliefs, careers, relationships. It bears the underbelly of your structures, revealing buried secrets and hidden truths. This is the realm of death and rebirth. It highlights the broken pieces you incarnated to heal in this lifetime. And facing its karmic challenges is your ticket to the evolution of your soul. As it pushes you to shed your layers, it triggers your survival instinct. You may turn to low vibrations such as manipulation and control to protect ideas of self. You'll explore these energies through sexuality, where power, shame, submission, and freedom manifest physically. Pluto is your loving but not so friendly guide through your personal underworld. Good. I'm glad that you have safe space, love. I'm glad that you have safe space. You can always connect for a free call on my website there, the free clarity call, and I can see what I can offer you for support as well. Okay, Michelle? With this energy, you traverse the taboo into symbolic death and towards your eventual renewal. It pushes you into rock bottoms where nothing left to lose. You find the courage to confront your darkness. And somehow, in this wasteland, you find your strength and freedom. The energetics, karma, buried secrets, survival, the taboo. The experiences, death and rebirth, transformation, where you are broken, purged, and renewed, power, sex, your soul's evolution. And the message, in the spirit of transformation, remove your armor, connect with your naked essence. This energy comes to free you from the chains of identity and the story of who you think you are. Call on courage and face the sometimes painful truth of what's no longer serving you. Summon bravery and begin the process of letting go. Open to your boundless nature and allow this regenerative process to leave you cleansed and renewed. Your rebirth starts within and will surely echo outward. Transformation time. I know what's coming because I offered it to you yesterday. There's going to be a profound shift when we go through when I do the curate session with you, right? When we do that session together, that's going to be very transformative for you. I'm so looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. Okay. Oh, big hug. I got so many chills right now. Like I just literally just whoosh. Okay. Leslie wanted some yes no's, so let's get some yes no's going. And I think Ricky had a question too. So Ricky was saying, will I learn fully to understand how to improve things in my life a little bit? Yes, Ricky, you will. Okay. Okay. So we've got about 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes of pendulum. Okay. Okay. So if you have a yes, no question, just ask away. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. Is the new guy for Debbie? Is the new guy for Debbie? I'm getting a no. I'm getting a no. Oh, it's going to be a really awesome healing session for sure. Should Jack go grocery shopping today? Yes. Does the universe want Julie to forgive her old friends? Yes, but that doesn't mean letting them back in your life, right? That doesn't mean that you have to be friends with them. The forgiveness is for you. Okay, that forgiveness is for you. Yeah, forgiveness is for you, not for them. So just forgive them, forgive what they did, right? You're a different person now, they're a different person now. Let go of that energy, but it's not about letting them back in, okay? And it's a solid yes with that. Leslie, are you still there? You were the one that wanted the pendulum. Come back, come back. You're welcome, love. Will Leslie come back before the end of the show? Apparently. All right. Well, in the meantime, we're gonna give some self-love. We're gonna tappity tap because I think I don't see what's the likes until I start liking myself, and then all of a sudden I see the likes come in as funny energy. Well, it's kind of not free will, right? They have the free will to ask the questions that they want, so we should allow them to ask the questions because it depends. Are you planning on giving them the answer too, right? Or what is the purpose behind knowing the answer to the question that you want to ask on someone else's behalf? Do you follow wickedly divine? Do you follow witchy kind of woman on Instagram? What are you doing to get out of your wheelchair, Ricky? What are you doing to heal? What are you doing to change that? Hello, Jeet. How are you, love? Is it on your TikTok, Witchy? I'm good, Jeet. How are you, love? Okay. Well, what are you doing to try so hard? What are you doing? What are you doing, Ricky? Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you believe it? Do you see it happening? That was weird. Right? Are you envisioning yourself walking again? Are you seeing yourself running? Just every day, spend time, man. Spend time. Yeah, it was just a glitch, like a whole shift. Like I just noticed that my screen went across the board. So I must have briefly lost connection. Um, yeah, it was weird. Like it was just. Hi, Leslie. Welcome back. I was I pulled the pendulum out and then I'm like, where did Leslie go? She wanted it. Where did she go? She needs to come back. It said you'd come back before the end of the show and you did. Well, about a minute. Okay. Minute to win it. What are your questions? Hi, Avira. Yeah, I can feel the energy, like feel it. Is there an existing contract with a lawyer to help get the security videotape and help the town? Is there an existing contract with a lawyer to help get the security videotape and help the town? It's saying yes, Leslie. Hi, baby doll. Will Dee's business be profitable soon? Will Dee's business be profitable soon? Is saying yes. Is the existing contract with La Pointe? Is the existing contract with La Pointe to help get the security videotape and help the town? Yes. Yes. Share Bear, will I ever get over this cold? It's been months. Yes. See yourself healthy. Come back and follow me, and then come back. I go live every day, but come back and I do energetic healing. Today we did energetic healing with light codes. I had Witchy Kind of Woman come on and support with light codes. So definitely come back. Hi Serena, how are you, love? You're welcome. Yeah, I do a little bit of healing on each of my lives every day. And for May anyway, I'm still staying with 9 o'clock in the morning until noon with some occasional. I can pull out some of the time, I can pull out about 3 minutes of the live, or I can post it on, I'll take out the healing portion of it and post it on my YouTube channel where we went live together. I can do that. I am definitely well. Thank you. Love to you, Serena. I love your energy. It's beautiful energy. Any other questions? Yeah, I'll post it on YouTube and I'll tag you in it. I'll tag your channel. I'll tag your channel and both our channels together. Is the contract with La Pointe Legal going to happen? Yes. Yes. Okay, we are afternoon, right? I go live from 9 until noon. I'm going to be generous and give Avira a card because she did come on earlier, but or two, because two came out. So the Pluto card and House 6. So this is about transformation, hitting rock bottom, right? That shifts you into that transformation energy. Think about the butterfly, right? It turns into a cocoon and becomes complete goo before it spreads out into that butterfly again. So this is that stuff that's waving over you, right? And it's asking you to reflect on House 6 is all about your daily routines and healthy habits, right? So what are you doing each day for your health? Are you eating well? Are you exercising? What are you doing with your thoughts? Are you allowing them to just run amok, right? Are you feeding yourself good nutrition? Are you getting exercise? Are you, being kind to yourself? Are you pouring love into your body? So it's asking you to review your daily habits, right? And make sure that they're supporting your health and wellness as opposed to propelling you into dark spaces, right? Make sure that you're in the healthy space. Look at the difference in these cards, that yellow versus that dark, that gray, purple energy, right? You want to be in this golden light. Okay, Avira? Okay, last question, Leslie. Last question. That's usually, I guess, why I get like, I'm like, I don't want to pull out the pendulum, because then it becomes like, it's like, but yeah, last question, because then I'm going to go off, right? Because then I need to pee and I need to eat and I have an appointment. So I want to make sure I have enough time to do that. So this is cutting into my personal lunch hour. So for Leslie, was Leslie's apology to her accepted as reasonable? Was Leslie's apology to her accepted as reasonable? Yes. Yes. Okay. I love you guys, but I'm going to hop off now so I can get some lunch. So I can get some lunch before my appointments in the afternoon. I love you. Please join me tomorrow, where I'll be live again, and we'll do more cards, more healing. Who knows what else we'll get to. I love you very much. And I'll put that healing. I got a couple of videos that I need to take from, okay, if you're in agreement with that, then we can talk after 7. I love you, Serena. Have a beautiful day. Sending so much energy, so much loving energy towards you guys. So much, so much. Mwah. Okay, so much, so much, so much. Okay, I love you guys. But I'll be back tomorrow from, like I said, from 9 a.m. till noon. And we'll see each other then. And thank you so much for everything for today. Big love, big love, big love. Bye, guys. Mwah. Bye, guys.